Good afternoon, everybody. It is midday, and welcome back to part two of this launch. A brilliant day, a fantastic day. Thank you so much if you've ordered Sunrise to Sunset already. If you haven't, the good news is there's still stock available, but it is going very, very fast. So much so, I don't remember the last time we had in the first show 70% of the stock gone.
You're not in the first show.
No, but when we ended the first show, it was 70%
Yeah.
gone. I've never known that.
No, it's
So it's
been
been
really popular.
unprecedented, the reaction to this. But when you see what you get and see what you can make with it, it's obvious. You know, it's very, very popular. One thing to mention, the first thing about this collection, which I love so much, is this die set just here, because what you've got are, for the first time, printed views, landscapes that you can print off. They're like watercolor paintings. They're amazing. And these dies will cut into those landscapes for you. So you haven't got to line loads and loads and loads of little dies up. It will give you an effect like this. Now, the landscapes are part of the free downloads, which you can print off as and when you like right now if you want to, along with all the other dies. The vignettes, of course, match the dies that we've got here. So to have there's three different colorways of sunrises and sunsets as well, isn't there?
Yeah, it's almost like you've got the three, you've got the morning, afternoon and the night.
Yeah.
I just think that equally the three of them are just as lovely as each other. I couldn't
Absolutely.
pick a favourite
Yeah.
of which one I wanted to use, but I think they equally, you know, if you know somebody, maybe somebody that goes out in the boat, they're like going out first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, you can fit it in with the theme of what you're making.
I mean, undeniably, what we were getting messages on earlier on was people saying, "Thank goodness I've now got dies that I can use to make masculine cards for people who've got lovely hobbies, people who've achieved things, people who are passionate about certain things." So those are the landscapes. Next to that, you've then got this beautiful twine die with a little bow as well. That looks a little bit like stacked rip paper, so you can have that along the side of your card if you want to. Put the twine around it like a belly band sort of style. That works well. Then we come on to the pastimes, hobbies and passions. So you've got cyclists there. You've got a competitive racing cyclist by the looks of it with the bike a separate die. Going down, we then come to the boats. Maybe boating's a passion of someone in your family. You'd like to make a boat card for them as well. Next to that, you've got the classic car. We were talking about what that car could be. It could be an E-Type Jag. It could be an MG. They've made it so that it could be lots of sports
We
cars,
should have
really.
asked, shouldn't we, in
Yeah,
the
we
break
forgot
if
to ask.
it was
Then-
designed around something.
If your passion is golf, or you get asked to make golfing cards, you're covered there with that one, with the golf bag and the golfer. Then maybe your passion is more of the back garden or the front garden. You've got the gardening collection there as well. My mum would be really, really chuffed with a card like that. Then we've also got the steam train with that huge plume of steam coming out the top as well. That's a separate die. And then we've got a few more to show you. Down the bottom, we've got the hiker just there as well, with the small hiker and the large hiker. And then down the bottom, we've got the motorcyclists. And you've got a couple of signposts as well. Now, Laura was saying earlier on, you could put maybe a number on that signpost. So it's not a speed limit, it's someone's age maybe. So that's how you could use that. But then, not often do we have stamps with the dies. But this particular collection today comes with these stamps. And you've got really beautiful verses on here that you've probably not seen or had the chance to own before. No mountain too high. You're a limited edition, a new milestone, reach new heights, enjoy the little things. You've achieved so much, your hard work has paid off. So all positivity, they're included with the dies. And to be fair, look at the price. Both Laura and I, when we saw it today, thought it's going to be over £100. It's under £100. So if you've got a £100 budget for someone's birthday present, treat for yourself, or maybe even a Christmas gift, here it is today. You can use PayPal Pay in 3 if you want to as well, interest free. The price will go up though, and you can see at the moment everyone benefits from getting in early on this launch show today, or the launch day. You pay just $99.99, free P&P in the UK because you're spending over £50. If you're in the US, you can order it. Your P&P and shipping and handling is £5.95. If you're adding in something like Perfect Papers or indeed ProPrint or anything like that, the shipping goes up to £15.95. But this whole collection is magical. It is also coming alongside another collection of matte and layer die sets. Now this is the whole bundle. You've actually got 6 sets of these nesting dies. They're rustic twine edge circles. Now you've obviously got the twine in the main collection, so that twine theme has been carried on here with the outlines of these dies. Cutting apertures, making mats and layers, making beautiful frames as well, which we'll show you with some of the finished samples. You've got your squares, your ovals, You've got your circles, you've got your diamond shape, you've got your rectangular shape, and you've got your DL shapes as well. Now these should be an awful lot of money. They're £119.99, which is about £20 discount on this at the moment. That's for all of them. You can buy them as individual shapes on the website right now though, and they are there. And quickly, before we go to the boards and see more of what you're getting, these are the perfect papers, 300 GSM cardstock. Now this time you've got not only colours that match with the artwork that's in the collection, but you've also got some patterns there as well. You've got diagonal stripes, you've got the block colours too, but these are beautiful, beautiful coloured cardstock that will work with the artwork, and you can print off the artwork absolutely free of charge right now. And if you order it now, just after 12 o'clock, our postman arrives to pick up our orders at 2 o'clock. So your order will be on the way at 2 o'clock this afternoon if you order it right now. And remember, 70% of the stock has gone. I'll just show you some finished samples quickly before we get to the boards, because they're beautiful. Look at that landscape in the background. Isn't that just magical? And this is using one of the stamps. That one had a stamp on it as well. No mountain too high. So you've got the Rambler walking into, is it sunrise? Is it sunset? The train coming at you, full steam. Look at that. Full steam ahead. Maybe someone is a golfer, or you know someone, maybe your other half, maybe you're a golf widow or golf widower. I've got a sister-in-law that's very much a golf widow. Her other half is constantly on the golf course every single day, it seems. Using some of those wonderful frames. Isn't that beautiful? Just doing the gardening. A hiking one. Spectacular. It's such an unusual collection. I think that's why people love it so much.
Yeah, and again, I think that background with those scenes, I think it's just so usable. You could use these in so many different ways with so many other collections that you'll already have at home as well. So it's such a lovely one that is going to fit in with your collections or any dies that you have at home already. This is going to fit in and work with them as well. So I think it's a really nice add-on one.
To be fair, when we look at the boards now and you see those landscapes, that's a picture in its own right. You don't need to put anything else to it. It's so pretty, isn't it?
It's so lovely. We said earlier, I think that when you see it like this, it's just the white. Obviously, not a nice card that we want to be making, but I think sympathy cards, that is so lovely. You know, we've got birds that you could add into this as well. Feathers you could add onto there with that scene in the background. So it's still something really striking, but it's not you going in and adding in lots of embellishments and building up things. So I think even on their own, they look amazing.
But also think of all the other Carnation collections you've got and characters that you've got that you can use those backgrounds on as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You could even use these as scenes and kind of build on the front of them. So if like this could be, you could pop a window on the front of that, and you could be building in like a scene indoors in here, and that could be the back of it. So there's lots of different ways that you can use these, but look how amazing these look when these are built up. You can see the layers in there. Now the lovely thing with these, they've got almost like that easy aperture style within these. So when you cut these out, so this one, it is one full die, okay? So that's one die. And you've got the die, the cut lines that come down. Now on these cut lines, you can see that they've got the little paper pieces holding them into place. So all you're going to do is run this whole die through your die cutting machine, and then you just snip away. So you'd snip away that top layer, and that's going to give you the aperture there. And then for the next one, you'd go in again, and then this time you'd go down to this layer, and then that's going to give you that layer there. But it is one die, so you can see there, look. One die that you're going to put through the machine.
When I first saw that, I thought you'd have about 6 or 7 tiny little line dies to line up.
No, one die. You do have matte layers, you could see there, that you could use on that aperture bit if you wanted to. Maybe you want to build it up more again. But this is one die. So one pass and you will get that. Again, you've got those cut lines in there, those detail lines, so you could even just use it like that and one pass, but obviously the option is there for you to build it up and make it look, I think they just look so lovely. Now obviously you've got the same then for each one.
So you can see now the 3 different colourways that you've got for the landscape. So they're slightly different colour hues, but they're equally each as beautiful as each other.
They're lovely, aren't they? So you can see you've got your almost like your arch, your circle and your diamond shape, but look at the dimension you get on there. They are absolutely stunning. you've got them in there, and you can see, look, all of the different layers you can build up. Now, obviously, like I said, you can add more dies into there if you want. You could use them completely flat, but I just think on their own, they just look absolutely incredible, really detailed.
I mean, I've been now with Carnation, what, 3 years nearly? And I don't remember ever a collection being like this. It's very, very different. And I think that's what they're so good at doing, Nick and the team,
Yeah.
come up with new ideas.
Then we've got, so the same die at the minute, you've got almost like your scene building elements. You've got your clouds. I love that they give you that cluster as well. So if you don't want to think about, you know, placing the clouds around, you can just pop that in and you've got that built up. You've got more there that you can add into that and make some decoupage, or you could use these on their own. And then these bits will go on the bottom. So can you see there you've got like the path, or it could be the road, it could be the hiking trail. You could add those on there if you wanted to extend it, but you've got your path, you've got the grounding elements in there as well. So you can really build up your scene with them.
Yep.
Then you've got your entwined embellishments. You've got that almost like thread. You've got that like ripped paper matte layers there. You've got your florals there. And you've got the twine like bows there as well, so you can add them in. So really nice ones to add in. I think twine, I think I tend to go more towards like twine if I'm making a mail card.
Because it's all rustic.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, I tend to like more go towards the twine more than the ribbon.
Ribbon for the ladies, twine for the guys.
Yeah, so a really nice one to add in.
Because we're rough around the edges, that's what it is.
Well, you said that, Dave, not me. Right, next one we've got is full steam ahead. So you've got that lovely train. Now, in the earlier show, I think this is so lovely. I said, you know, I think all children go through, like little boys go through a phase of trains, loving
like
trains.
The Railway Children film, you know.
Yeah, you've got, you know, I was saying this could be like the Wizard film. It could be a Christmas train, you know, there's there's so many different ways you can mix this up. You've got the steam coming up as well, which I just think looks amazing. But again, the detail on these look just absolutely incredible. Well tended then, so you've got your gardener there. I think it's so nice how he's sitting on like a little crate.
That would be me. No more getting on my knees. I'm too old. I'll never get up again.
But you've got the flower pot there, look, you've got the pot with a little one there next to it, and you've got the watering can. So again, you've got some elements in there to help build your scene up.
Yeah.
But they look great. And I do love the fact that they don't really have faces. So you do imagine, you know, the recipient of the card you were making in these. Then you've got ready for the road. So you've got your cyclist there ready to go. Now, I will say, when you look at these, because this is one thing Carnation do, I feel, above any other dye company. Well, one, they give you the artwork, but when you look at the images, they've got grounding elements in. So it doesn't look as if he's just stuck there or if he's just floating on a card. You've got elements in there that ground the images, and it makes it sounds something so small
it does make a big
that
difference.
you don't think of, but it makes all the difference in the world when you're putting your scenes together, or just put in, like, you could just pop him onto a card and it looks fine. He looks as if he's on that card instead of like just an image that's kind of floating there, if you know what I mean. Then you've got your prized possession. So you've got your car there and the sign. I love that they've got the mats as well. So those images, the bigger ones, they have got the mats like the boat there. So you can bring them to the focal point of your card or your project if you wanted to. Then you've got Free Rider. I love this one. I think this is my favourite one.
Yeah.
And you've got the mat there for him as well. And then our last one is the hiker. Now, you've got the silhouette there of the small hiker as well, which is amazing. We did use this in the earlier show.
Yeah, when I came in this morning, I missed that. I didn't see the little one. When you used it in the demo, I thought, where's he come from?
So you can add him into your scenes like that, which I just think looks amazing.
It's very atmospheric.
Yeah, it's really lovely, isn't it? And again, you can mix that up. No, and then obviously you do get the stamps in there as well.
Yeah, they're all included for less than £100, which both Laura and myself and Bunny next door couldn't quite believe the price. When we saw what you were going to get, then saw the artwork, we thought this is going to be £130, £140. It's under £100. It's going to go up at the end of the week, but this has perhaps been one of the biggest, best-selling collections of the year so far that I can remember. You're absolutely loving it. The next one we're going to move on to are the frames. So these are separate, but they work with the main collection brilliantly.
Yeah, it's almost got that like twine design again going around the edges. So you can add those in to your matte layers. So these give you almost like that easy aperture effect again. But obviously you've got the option of going in and cutting these. Now look at the size on these to begin with. They are absolutely huge. You get lots in here for your money. Now when you run these through, you can add in the twine effect or you could leave it off. So it is a completely separate die. So you've got lots of different options of how you put this together. You can see you've got the little the little pips holding that into place. So you could add that on and just matte and layer them up like this. You could cut those out in different colour cardstock and add another colour in there. And that's going to change the look of it completely. And it's also going to give you the effect then, almost like the illusion of more matte layers. So you're going to add so much more dimension in here. Now, the fact that you've got so many in here and you can see the different sizes as well, these can be your card bases because they are large enough. That could be a card base. These could be your apertures. These could be your frames. These can just be your matte layers on a card, but they look stunning. They are so incredibly... I was talking to two lovely ladies in the NEC and they were telling me that they always buy the Carnation matte layers card shapes like this because they were saying that they do like more clean and simple style cards, and having matte layers like this that have got decorative edges makes all the difference in the world. And it really, really does. It really does elevate your cards completely. And you can see, look, you've got so many in here in the different sizes. You've got your oval, your square, your circle, your diamond, DL, and
your rectangle.
The rectangle. And I'm destroying bunnies. Set.
Now, 251 114 119.99 free P&P. Remember, if you spend over £50 in the UK. If you are ordering from the US, a warm welcome to you. Your P&P on the main collection is £5.95. If you're adding in something like Pro Paper or the Perfect Papers that we have on the show, obviously that increases the cost of shipping and handling. That takes it to $15.95 if you're in the USA. But you can still order this, and it's the only place for you to order it through us at Carnation Craft TV. And just so you are under no misapprehension, if you've just stumbled across us and you've never ordered before, you're liking the look of this collection, you don't have to belong to a club, subscribe to anything. It's basically you see it, you like it, you can order it on the website, which is carnationcrafts.co.uk. When you've purchased it, then go to the download section. That's where you'll find all of this wonderful, lovely artwork that you get to print off free. There'll be some background papers, there'll be the landscape scenes for your dies, there'll be all the characters here, all the cars and the boats and everything else. You can print that off as much as you like, free of charge. And your dies, if you order them now, might well be with you tomorrow. We can't guarantee that, depends on how good your postal service is where you are. But certainly if you order it now, it will be dispatched by 2 o'clock this afternoon, straight on its way to you. I've got to say hello to some of you on Facebook. Suzanne Page, hi Suzanne, hi Laura and Dave and Bunny and all the Carnation Army out there. Pam Simpson, hi Pam, hi to all, says Joe Jasper. Christine Bell is watching as well. And Pam said, I loved working on this fantastic men collection. Yeah, because you're part of the design team, absolutely. But although this is kind of geared towards masculinity, masculine cards, a lot of ladies would like these cards too.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a really nice mix. But I do think, I always say, anytime we bring a collection and there's a die on there that can be used for men's cards, I always say, you know, men are so awkward, this is going to be great.
Yeah, we are.
So this collection, I think, is just, it just ticks those boxes so much. You've got, you know, and especially if you make and sell, you know, you can make and sell with Carnation with the artwork. I think it's such a lovely one. You know, I've been asked myself so many times by somebody who'll just say, oh, you know, I need a card for my brother, he likes golf. but that's kind of all the information you get when us card makers, we want like his favourite colour, you know, we want
Exactly,
everything
yeah.
at all, you know. So this is such a lovely one, especially for your making and selling as well.
Absolutely. Well, lots of you watching on YouTube and on Facebook as well. You're more than welcome. Take advantage of these deals though, because it's 70% gone at the end of the first hour. That's unheard of. So it's very, very popular.
It has been. But it's honestly, I know that obviously we've gone through everything and we showed you the On the Horizon, which is what I'm showing you now. But you get 10 dies in that collection, and you've also got the stamp set for under £100, which is just, like Dave said, when we first seen it and we saw the 10 dies and the stamp set, we thought it was going to be so much
Way more,
yeah,
absolutely.
than what it is. So it's such a good deal. Right, now I am going to start off with that almost like the arch design. Now I just want to show you that obviously you do have the artwork to download and print out. So you have some that are like this. So these ones are like really fine and crisp in the image of the arch. And then you can pop your arch die on top of there, and just exactly how you would anything else. You'll just have that little border of the artwork to run through. But you do also get it almost in like a faded design as well. So you could use that as a background. If you want this as a background on a card, you know, maybe you're going to put the DL, the rustic twine on there, and you're going to use that in a background, or you're going to put that on a bigger card. But you do get it in 2 different designs, and you do also get just the background that you can use as well.
You mentioned it in the first
amazing.
show that hopefully you don't need to make many of them, but sympathy cards, perfect for sympathy
Oh,
cards.
I think, yeah, absolutely. It would be so lovely, and something really different as well. Do you know what that would? Do you know what that's just made me think of as well? Imagine if there was a window there. Doesn't that look like the image when you look out of a plane?
I was thinking the same before you said it. I was
Yeah,
thinking,
didn't
yeah,
it?
so like an image
You
on a
could
plane
do
going
like
off on your
a
holidays.
yeah, or like if somebody's going traveling, anything like that. You can mix them up with them as well. See, there's just so many different ways you can use it.
Absolutely.
Right, let's move them out the way, and then we'll start with our card. So this one we're gonna make a. So I'm starting with a 6x6 card, and I've got the Perfect Papers here. So this is that lovely blue design that comes in the pack. I do really like the colorways that you get
It's almost like an Air Force blue, that. Very
in the
fashionable.
Perfect Papers. Really lovely. You do have the stripes and the dot design in them ones as well, which I think again works really nice with the collection.
And also worth pointing out, you're going to be one of the first people, even people at the NEC didn't have a chance to buy this, because today is launch day. So you're one of the first people globally to be able to get this collection and to be making with it and maybe selling your cards as well. Or maybe you don't do that. Maybe you do charitable work with card making, or maybe you just make for family and friends. It suits everyone, absolutely everyone. And now when someone says to you, oh, can you make a card please for my brother? He's nuts on golf or he's nuts on gardening. You've got the solution. Absolutely, no problem.
Yeah, and you know, like I said, my dad is a golfer. So if I see something golf themed, you know, I do take notice of that. But, do you know, I can't tell you how often or if I've ever seen a die with somebody riding a bike. Like that, like
No,
a
maybe not.
sport, like maybe I think I've probably seen one like a leisurely, like a
Like a
bike with a
BMX bike or
picnic
something like that,
or something
or-
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever seen one like that.
It's a racing cycle bike, isn't it?
Yeah, don't think I've ever seen one like that. So something a bit different as well.
And you can't see their faces. That's the great thing about it. So it could be anybody. It could be anyone of any age, really. I think the only one that looks a little bit old would be the gentleman sat on the crate doing the gardening. That's pretty obviously an older
I
person.
don't think he looks
Don't you
that
think?
old.
Maybe not.
What do you think, Bunny? I think he looks like he's old. She's having a
one.
look.
I think he looks of a certain age.
Oh, but Bunny's old, Dave, is me after last week's
What does that make
shows.
me? What does that make me then?
I was, what? Yes, you did. Yeah. Oh, she did. What was? I can't even remember. Oh, yes. So,
It's when you start talking about kids programs, you remember, and then the person that you're talking to has never heard of
Yeah,
it.
well, this was me and Bunny, because
Roger the Badger. Yeah, I remember that.
yeah, so this is what because we had a badger
You're
on
talking
the
about
show.
kids TV. That steam train reminded me of Casey Jones. Have you ever heard of Casey Jones?
No.
Neither of you have. It used to be on Saturday morning, black and white TV, back in the late 60s, early 70s. Casey Jones, every Saturday morning used to watch it.
Well,
That's
see,
a steam train.
so I said to Bunny about, we should name him Bodger because of Bodger the Badger.
yeah.
And she didn't have a clue what I was on about at all. And then somebody, a lovely lady, just messaged into the show saying mashed potato. So it made me really happy. But no, she didn't have an absolute clue.
Yvonne Walker, hi Laura and Dave. Ordered mine first thing this morning. Can't wait. Yvonne, it's on its way. I can see your
Aw.
parcel just over there.
Oh, it's so nice when you've got a nice crafty parcel on the way.
Happy post.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Right, now
And even nicer that you've got the artwork to look at.
Well, this is it. Yeah, you can be looking at the artwork and printing stuff off. So even though obviously you can't physically cut anything yet, but at least you can be printing stuff off and getting everything ready, can you? So it's not like you're just sitting there waiting. You can be printing things off.
With Carnation, you don't have to wait very long.
No, you don't. Right, so we've got the card shape, and then I've put the background. So like I showed you, you do get backgrounds in the shape, but you do get some ones that you can just use on their own. I've popped that down, and then this is going to go there, like that. And then I've cut this out again, and then cut that layer out, and then that is going to sit on there, like that. So I've got those layers. So I'm just going to pull the tape off the back of here, and pop these on. Oh.
It really is a beautiful thing. The scenes blew us all away today. We had never seen anything quite like it, and the fact you get 3 different colourways free of charge. You can print off 100 sheets of those scenes if you want to at no charge. Backing papers will be there too. There are certain sheets that you might want to pay for that are on there that are different to what we've got here, but the ones that we're talking about are free for this collection.
Right, so that's on there. So now you can see, look, and that's just 2 layers. So I could have gone in again with another one if I wanted to, but you've got that there. So you've got different options of what you're going to do with these. Do you know, seeing that there now, I can imagine like some like holiday. I don't know if it's because of the white and the like clean look of it, but I can imagine like I can imagine the mice sitting there. You know, like the sunbathing mice.
Yep. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like like it's like the beach and the sun coming up.
That would work.
It would, wouldn't it? So you could do things like that with them. All right, now I'm going to go in with that gardener for this one. So let's grab. I've got a couple of different bits.
If you do sell
here.
your cards that you make, which I know a lot of you do, it's not going to take you long to get your $99.99 back, is it?
Oh no, not with this one.
I mean,
I,
you
ca-
could,
I,
I don't
honestly,
know what
I
you
can't
charge for a
believe
card these days.
how
but-
much you get in
I
the
know.
collection. Well, do you know what? There was a lady in the NEC, and she was saying that she does cards. I think it was for her church.
Okay.
I think it was her church. It was for a charity anyway, and she put on the cards like pay what you can or pay what you want to pay for the card. But
Well, that's the tricky one, that.
right,
That's-
but she said that she does say £2 or more.
Okay.
So she's getting money for the charity.
I don't like that because that makes me very uncomfortable because I don't want to insult anybody, but I also don't want to kind of just throw money around. But it's a
Well,
difficult one,
she
that,
was
isn't
telling me the amount of cards that people would pick up, and they would give her £10.
it? Okay.
£10 every single. She said the amount of time. She was like 9 times out of 10, somebody would just give me
That's a
£10.
good point because if she'd actually put a price tag on it of £10, would they have bought it?
Well,
Because they know it's going to a good cause, they're prepared to pay a bit more. Yeah, a difficult one, isn't it? But I do know a lot of people that charge way too less for the cards they make. Handmade should attract a premium, I think. You know, you should be paid for your time. So
Yeah.
people that sell them for like £1.50 or £2 a card, no, £3 or £4. If you look in card shops now, a basic card of a certain size is like £4.99, £3.99.
Yeah, cards, just standard cards are
Yeah.
so expensive now. So I do think that people should be charging.
Especially if you're doing it for charity, the more the better.
Yeah, right. I'm just adding in our gardener.
I certainly wouldn't give less than £5 for any of these cards if it were me buying them.
Oh no, absolutely not. And the thing is, how many times, like it's happened with my little girl, like how many times do you go over to somebody's house and you can see the card that you've bought
Yeah.
in the house? You'll see it like on top of the fireplace or on the windowsill or something. You think, oh, that's the card I've got.
Yeah.
You know, you are never ever going to get that here with this. Right, I'm going to add in this pot and I'm going to put this there like that so it looks as if he's digging in there
Be planting his spring bulbs.
like that.
Hmm.
And then I'm going to bring these in. So this grounding element is in the on the horizon, but that bit there that I've already popped down, this is actually attached. I've just cut in the middle because I wanted this, obviously that would have ended there, but I wanted to just extend it out over here. So don't
Okay.
be afraid to go in and snip your scene building elements because you can really mix and match these up.
And although you're getting lots of themes in here, which are great, you've got the bike, you've got the gardening, you've got the golf, you've got the motorbike, you've got the hiking, all of that, and the cars. Think about other dies and other collections you bought from Carnation over the years and where those landscapes are going to really come into their own. So this collection could and will breathe new life into collections you've already used for a long time. You can take another twist on them with the landscapes.
Oh yeah, you can add it and think of different elements you've got that you can build in front of this as well. Like this one, you know, for this one we're building, almost building that scene there on the bottom. You know, think of other collections you've got that you could build a little scene there.
Mm-hmm.
Add that in. Yeah, like that. Right, and then let's grab
And then
my
the sentiment.
sentiment.
And don't forget, you are going to get a comprehensive set of stamps with this collection, which you don't normally get. Let me just count how many there are. 5, 10, 15. There's about 20 stamps
I'll
in
try
there.
and stamp it on the next one. I'd already put the foam tape on this one, so I couldn't stamp. We'll try and do some stamp on the next one.
And the stamps are all kind of positivity. Man of the moment, so proud of you. You've got this. Thank you for everything. Keep climbing. Stay strong. So it's all positivity.
And again, the sentiments, you'll use them with so many other collections.
Yeah.
You could use them with absolutely anything at all. Right, so I'm just going to pop that there, I think. So you can see that coming through. So let's just add a bit of glue.
And also, I think what Carnation are really good at, and Nick and the team who do all the artwork for you, they're good at capturing everyday life. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a character sat down on a crate planting pots. But it's what we do. It's what people do. Isn't that just
I
beautiful?
like this collection so much.
do.
Honestly, it's such an easy collection to use as well. There's no sitting there thinking, oh, how can I add these two together? Or how can I get this to work? Or, you know, I really want to use this, but how can I bring this in with it? Everything just effortlessly works together.
And if I just show you a few more finished samples, Fiona Abbott's done this one. This is the bike rider, the motorbiker. Again, with the sunrise or sunset in the background. Absolutely beautiful. And you've got 3 shapes in the scenes as well. You've got the archway, which could be a window, it could be a door. You've got the circle, and you've also got the other shape, which is the diamond shape as well. But if you're using and buying the nesting dies, the rustic twine nesting dies, they will work with it beautifully. If I just, there we go, look at that, isn't that beautiful? So that's using the oval horizontally, That's using the smaller oval vertically, but they work together so beautifully well. We'll try and get 3 demos in if we can in the show. So if you want to place your order now, remember, just order it on the website, carnationcrafts.co.uk. Then go to the download section. That's where you'll find the vignettes and all the artwork. Print them off. And if you get your order in before 2, it will be shipped today. If you order after 2, it won't be shipped until tomorrow. But the stock is going very, very fast, quicker than any other collection I can remember, actually. Okay, demo 2 then.
Right, I'm going to use the rustic card shapes for this. So I'm using the DLs for this. So I'm going to use that.
It's true, DLs have massively become so popular, haven't they?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I feel like I go through phases with my card sizes. So we're going to add this in. So your DL, I think this is the larger one on there. So, oh.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. So this is the bigger one. So this is your full size DL shape. But like I said, you've got different options of how you put this together. So I've used the outside die to obviously do the card shape, and I've done that on our hammered cardstock, so you can see there. And then I've gone in with the next layer then, and I've used the Perfect Papers for this.
Lovely.
Let me grab.
Hi Susan Kempster, you're watching us as well at the moment on Facebook. Lots of you on YouTube too. You could have got a bigger roll.
I used that last week as well, Dave. It's gone down in size. Right, let's cut this off. Yeah, so I'm using that outside die. I've gone in there with the matte, and then you get to that rustic part then. So you've got the different options then of how you want to use that bit with the detail on. So obviously you can leave it in, or you can go in and cut those and make them into little frames. So this one in the Perfect Papers, this one's got that lovely, almost like a dot design on it. Really, really lovely.
Oh, you got dots and stripes. Sorry, I didn't see the dots.
Yeah, you get dots and stripes
and
on that one. And the plain, yeah. So you do get more of the solid than the dots and the stripes, but you do have the dots and stripes in there. I love when they add the pattern in, because they always do it in like a subtle colour. So because that's white, like even though there's a pattern there, it's still subtle. It doesn't draw your eye away from what you're going to put on there.
It looks almost, from my distance that I'm away from you, it looks almost like just a light blue. It's only when you get close you see the tiny dots.
If I look at it on the monitor, it almost looks like a paler colour blue. Yeah. But you have got the, you can see them like the little dots on there. Right, and then you get into this one. So this has got that, almost like that twine design. Like if I stick my finger there. So you can see how thin that is. Now, you've got those little pips, so you can just go around and snip these off. Or obviously you could put that on there now. And then cut this out again with that on. And then you could snip in, so you add another layer. So it looks like another layer of a different colour, so you're getting in more matte layers on there.
And each layer you're giving the card more strength.
Yeah, and it just gives you that illusion, and it's such a thin design as well, so it really does frame your card using it like that. So we're going to pop that one on there for
those
this
nesting
one.
dies, they can be used in so many ways. I know they're an investment, but once you've got them, you'll use them time and time and time again. Even if you've got straight-sided nesting dies already, these are far from that. These are rustic twine edges, and you can make wonderful frames, great apertures, great layers.
Yeah, so I'm going to use the circle now. So I'm using both of these together. So I've cut out one of those scenes in the circle. Again, this is the one with that design on there. Obviously, I've kept that design in the card. So I'm going to put this down, and I'm going to put this onto some white card. So I've cut some white card there, and this is just going to go straight on top of there just to strengthen this layer. So that's on there like that. And then the next thing we're going to do then is I'm going to cut the same layer again and then I've done that. I've cut out that. I mean, look how thin that is.
Beautiful.
So delicate. So we've cut that out in our white, and now I'm gonna put this onto there. And this is just gonna frame that scene for us then.
And that cardstock you've used for that frame, because it's very, very thin, is that like a 300 GSM or 250 or?
To be honest, I think this is the same cardstock. It's the Hammered cardstock.
Ah, right.
So I can't remember the weight of the Hammered cardstock. Can you, Bunny? It's 280.
280, okay.
So that is.
That keeps its shape.
Yeah. And that is going to go there. Like that, and then that is now framed that image. So now when I pick this up and put it on to that same perfect paper from there, can you see how that white border just framed it? But look how thin that is. Really, really delicate. So let's add some tape on the back here.
Now, lots of you messaging in. Susan Page says, oh, hang on. Where is the foam tape with blue backing from Laura? Can you ask Laura, please? Where's it from? Okay, is it Carnation or not?
It's not. It's a. We were waiting for the foam tape to come in.
Right.
So this is
you have to go and get it from somewhere else.
This is, I know I've had it from the warehouse. So maybe if you all want it that badly, Mark will bring it in.
Message
but
it in. So it's not for sale at the moment?
No, it's not. I
right.
don't know. It's literally a giant
Blimey.
foam tape.
Well, maybe we'll ask Suzanne. We'll ask, see if Mark can get some in. Linda says, couldn't find the Sentiments die set from the previous show, Dave. Couldn't find the Sentiments die set from the previous show.
Oh, yeah, it was the Scent with Love.
Ah, the one that you used in the
yeah,
right,
yeah.
right. From the Joys of Summer.
I'll add the link onto your comment after the show.
Okay.
I'll do that.
So Linda, we'll add the link onto your comment at the end of the show when we're in between shows, okay?
Oh, well, Bunny can give you
Bunny
the
can give
code.
us, have you got the code, Bunny? Joys of Summer, yeah. Okay, we'll just get the code for you, Linda. We'll find the sentiment and give you the code. This is live and interactive.
Oh, I
You
think it's
ask, we
nice
deliver.
though, yeah. Oh, she's got it.
280805 is the code. Oh, 2508. 250805 is the code. There you go, Linda. That should sort it out for you. She says thank you. Pleasure.
There you
What
go.
a team. What a team.
Right, let's add this onto here. So I've put this onto the card, obviously the wrong way around, just to make sure that I don't put any tape past the edge of the card, because obviously this circle is going to overhang.
Okay.
And I don't want tape where I don't need any. So let's pop that back on there. And then let's add this. So that is going to
See, I wouldn't have thought of putting a circle on a DL, but it works, doesn't it?
there like that. So we've got
Yeah, I
actually
like
got
it.
your scene in the middle, and then we're going to come in with our little biker, and then he is just going to go there like that. So he's
Cycling into the sunset.
cycling into the sunset. I would not be cycling if I could see mountains in front of me. But let's add him in. So I'll pop him there.
If it was an electric bike, it wouldn't be so bad.
Do you know, there's so many people now on electric bikes. They must.
I somehow
Make
doubt
it
that bike is an
easier.
electric bike, though. A racing bike.
No. No, I don't know how they do it. My cousin does it on racing bikes, and
Really?
he's gone for hours on a bike. I don't know how he does it.
I wouldn't have the energy.
No, I don't know how they do it for so long. Right, I've got Scent with Happiness. Oh, we were going to stamp.
Oh yeah.
Oh, bunny. Well, no, but I'm just blaming you.
Well, maybe we'll stamp on the next one.
We'll do it on the next one. Right, let's add that in. Right, so I've got Scent with Happiness. Now I've put the sentiment on twice. So can you see it just gives you almost like a 3D effect?
Yeah.
So it just makes that stand out a little bit more, and then that is just going to sit there like that.
Perfect.
So let's just glue that in.
It's looking like we might be able to get 3 demos in, which would be nice. Look at that. As I say, I wouldn't have thought of putting the circular mats on a DL, but it works a treat. It really does.
Yeah, really mix, always think about mixing and matching your shapes. Like equally, you could have put the oval there, or you could have put the diamond there.
Yeah.
And then equally, you could have used the rectangle or the square, and then you could have put the circle or the oval or the diamond inside those as well. So always, think of mixing and matching, especially when you've got a set
Yeah.
like that that's got so many different sizes in, because you'll have a size, like I know obviously with this one I've got the circle so it overhangs, but you'll have a circle that will fit inside of the square or inside of the rectangle. So you'll always be able to do them with a set like this.
Well, this collection is one of the most popular of the year that I can remember, to be fair. Under £100, you've got your main landscape scenery here. These are the dies that will cut them out. You can print off all the landscapes, obviously free of charge right now. There's 3 different colour tones for the landscape, so absolutely amazing variety. You've then got your twine just over here, which you can of course put onto what looks like kind of torn paper. That die there will cut out that lovely long border, like a belly band basically. Next to that you've got the cyclist that Laura used in that last demo. Then going down, you've got your golf covered. You've got your classic car, you've got the boat of course there as well, you've got the gentleman doing the gentle potting, you've then also got the hiker with the backpack on, and down the bottom you've then got of course the motorcyclist as well. All of those fantastic themes, all things that maybe you've been struggling to make in the past. Maybe you get people say, oh, my other half's a golfer, can you make me a golf cart? I haven't got a golf image. You have now. Most of us love our cars, so that's covered as well. And don't forget, you get around about 20 stamps in that stamp set, all with positive verses on them as well. Okay, we can do demo 3.
Right, I'm just going to add some tape on here, Dave, if you've got any messages or anything. I'm just going to add tape onto this image.
Stacey Lindsay has just messaged to say, just had to buy this. Beautiful, says Linda Wilson. Thank you for your messages. It is one of those collections that you look at and you instantly fall in love with as well. We can quickly put the details up for the frames, the nesting frames, if you'd like to go for those. They are on the website individually at around about £27.99 each, I believe. If you go for them as a set of 6 though, and that's going to give you the complete collection, you get the best deal, and that's £119.99. And you can of course pay with PayPal Pay in 3 if you've got a PayPal account, or you can pay in full with your debit card. Either way, you're ordering it live at coming up to 10 to 1. Our delivery guy arrives here at around about 2 o'clock today, so if you order it now, the team will make sure that it's in the delivery that goes out at 2 o'clock this afternoon. So you might get it tomorrow. Can't guarantee it, depends on your postal service where you are, but certainly it will leave here by 2.
Yeah, we normally do get messages, to be fair, to say, oh, I'm waiting for mine to get delivered, or mine's out for delivery,
Get a
which
notification.
is really exciting. Right, so I've added some tape on here. Now, I've got the circle that you can see there that I've left untouched, I guess. And then that one is the more blurred image.
Mm-hmm.
The one that I've got the tape on now is like that crisper image. So just so you can see the difference.
Oh yeah.
So you've got that
Similar but different.
Yeah, so this is the one that I've used to cut out, because you do get that like nice crisp. Obviously you can do it. I've got demos where I've cut into this one and you've got like that faded design on the outside. For me, it just depends what type of look you want around it. So like if you cut that, obviously you're going to get that nice faded design. This one is the one that I've used, and you can see you've got that almost like that perfect matte around there. So it depends. It depends for me what type of card you're doing. Like I said, I've used both. There's no right or wrong way, but you've got the both of them there to choose from and what you want to do. So
And remember, you've got 3 colourways as well, so different effects and 3 colourways, all free of charge. I mean, an artist to give away his work or their work and let you make money from it is pretty amazing if you think about it. Most artists, you know, they expect you to buy a collection that you're going to run out of, and you have to buy it again a bit further down the road. You know, these are all dies and images that you'll have forever if you look after them.
yeah, it's nice. Like I've said before, for me, it kind of, Carnation almost lets me be free with your creativity, which sounds a bit bizarre, but what I used to find was if I had a collection and say the artwork was in a paper pack or a pad, and say I had like 6 of these, you know, 6 sheets of these, I wouldn't use more than 1 on a card. I'd limit myself to how much I use, whereas with Carnation you never have to feel like you have to limit yourself. You can go and use 20 of the same thing on a card, because you can just print out 20 more. You never
also,
feel like you're limited.
If one particular image that you use proves to be the most popular and you sell more of one than another, you can make 50 of that one if you want to. So, you know.
Yeah, that was one of the things I always used to get, and I always used to feel bad, but somebody would say to me, oh, I've seen this card that you put on like social media, can you make me this card? And I'd be like, well, no, because
I've used that.
I had one.
Yeah.
You know, that's it, it's gone now, I can't make it again. So you'll never ever get that, which is nice. Right, I'm going to use this twine, and I'm going to put this like that so it comes down the card. I'm just going to snip this knot out of here, and then what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of glue on there, and I'm going to join these. Now I don't think these are actually meant to join, but when I join them, you can't see where they've joined up.
Nope, perfect.
So it does work really well if you want to do that. So let's add.
The everyday glue we've got available as well, 7 pots or 7 bottles. And you've got the Monday one, I'm impressed.
I do have the Monday one. Oh, do you know, I can't remember the lady's name. If you are listening, give us a message in. But a lady came up to me in the NEC, and this will make Bunny happy as well. And so she came up to me in the NEC, and she said, she just came up to me and went, Laura, you make me so happy when you use the right day of the week glue.
It's the little things, isn't it? It's the little things.
It is. So yeah, I do try my best. I think I've got quite good at it now. Yeah. I feel like I am getting there. Yeah, I did. I told them.
Bunny keeps you in check.
Yeah, I didn't have a choice. Right, now I'm going to add in some elements to build this up. So I am going to use that hiker, so off the beaten path. So we're going to add this in there. Bring that in. And then I've got the path. Well, this is just like a grounding element, really. I'm going to add that in there like that, because I'm going to build this up anyway. So.
Oh, well, don't forget the vignettes can be mirror vignettes. They can be double-sided. So if you've got an image that you want to have going the other way, you flip it over, or if you know that you're going to see the back of something, it looks as beautiful on the back as it does on the front. And they're free too.
Yeah, you've got them there ready to go. So
actually, if
when you break it down, you're going to quite a lot, aren't you?
Yeah, if you're a brand new Carnation crafter, I'm just so excited for you, because I know the journey that you're going to be on, and it's going to be amazing. There's no other company like Carnation, no other collections like Carnation.
No, we had a message in the earlier show, didn't we? Who was it, Bunny? And that's exactly what they said, that Carnation should keep this collection like pride of place because they're so. Well, what was it? It was, yeah.
Was it Debbie that said that? We're searching for the message.
That's there.
Tracy Moore was saying that Carnation have kind of broken the mold when it comes to die cutting, redefined die cutting in the industry, and set precedents that nobody else matches. That's a nice comment. Thank you for that. Yeah, I agree. Totally agree with you. Yeah, brilliant.
Right, these floral embellishment bits, I'm cutting these in half and I'm putting them like this so they kind of like fill that corner element.
Mhm.
So don't be afraid to go in and snip into your images because you can
And the thing is,
absolutely do
if
that.
you're always buying like card collections, you've got to store them. So there's no storage element of worry with Carnation because you print off what you want when you want it. So you haven't got to worry about storing stuff.
No, you've only got to keep your dies. And obviously, the lovely thing about having it as a download, obviously, you don't have to store it. But it's not going to get damaged. Like
No.
the amount of times sometimes I've like knocked a cup of coffee over all over a paper pad, like it's
Yeah.
completely ruined. So
And you
And
choose
you're
what you
never
print
gonna
it
run
onto.
out
You
of
can print
it.
it onto fabric, you can print it onto vellum and parchment and acetate if you want to. The artwork, it's up to you. Whatever your printer can print onto.
oh, can you imagine printing that onto vellum or
Yeah.
acetate and having that
Mhm.
as the window? Oh, that would look nice. Right, I'm going to pop him there, I think. And then I've got my sentiment that we didn't stamp again.
In the next show,
Ah.
in the 2 o'clock show, yeah.
Well, I'm going to say yeah. I mean, I did say it in the earlier show, but. Let me just add
So
some
there's
to
another show at 2. So if you bought the collection, make sure you tune in just to see more demonstrations, more inspiration. And there's 3 more shows tomorrow, stock permitting.
Yes, that's right.
What does that say?
Made for you.
Made for you. Lovely. And there it is. Demo number 3 completed. Mission accomplished.
Yep.
Okay, well the main collection on your screen now is very, very popular. One of the most popular of recent months. It's $99.99. It's 251103, your item number. You're going to get all the dies. All you need to do is to go to carnationcrafts.co.uk to the vignette section or the download section. That's where all the artwork, the vignettes will be. And you can print off all the artwork for this. If you order it in the next hour, it can be dispatched today because they pick up your orders at 2 o'clock this afternoon. If it's after that, then obviously it'll be tomorrow that it goes out. And don't forget those fantastic nesting dies as well. They're there at a special price too, and they work together so well. Laura, you're back at 2.
I am.
I'll be back next month launching the latest new collection. And who's with you tomorrow? Is it just you on your own tomorrow?
Me on my own, yes.
You on your own tomorrow. Okay. Bonnie will be here so you can get interactive with them on YouTube and Facebook. Thanks for your company. Enjoy your collection, but don't miss the show at 2. See you soon.